Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
All right, 3 days, 2 hours, and 30 minutes until the Michigan Wolverines get a shot at a national title in Houston. It's a chase for the championship, and we've got it covered from top to bottom.
And here's where things got real for the team today. This is video of the buses pulling out of the team's practice facility, headed to Metro Airport. Right now, they're in the air, headed to Houston.
Yeah, and fans have waited decades for Michigan to get back to the very top of the football world, and here they are, ranked #1, going to play Washington Monday night.
Well, Bernie's here with us now to help kick off our coverage. Bernie, this is pretty big.
I'd say humongous. Yeah, absolutely. Well, they are winging their way to Houston for the national championship Monday night, 7:45 kickoff against Washington. Michigan left Ann Arbor earlier this afternoon. You could tell this was not a vacation. This is a business trip. We've got highlights. The last time Michigan won a national title in football was back in 1997. It was a split title, and they split it with Nebraska. This time, it's all theirs if they win. All they have to do is beat the Huskies, and the title is coming to Ann Arbor. Michigan favored by 4.5. Now, when you are covering an event of this magnitude, you always have to send your best people. How I got on this trip, beyond me. But Hobie Artigue is leading the charge. He's committed. He's already on the ground in Space City, H-Town, or Bayou City. Take your pick. And Hobie's standing by live. Have the Wolverines arrived?
They have not arrived yet, Bernie. They'll be here in about a half hour is what we hear. But we're here in Houston, and that is NRG Stadium. They're still getting the facade of the building ready, still putting up the logos on the side with the 2024 National Championship logos. But this team, you can bet that they are ready. And also, the fans that we spoke with today are certainly ready for what's about to happen here on Monday. From the shirts ready to fly off the racks at DTW to fans taking to the skies.
Wolverines, Wolverines, Wolverines.
Maize and Blue Pride is in the air as Michigan goes to the national championship game after that Rose Bowl win.
The ending was spectacular and really exciting.
A little more optimistic going into Monday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that they have a good shot against Washington.
Some fans are following in the Wolverines' footsteps from Pasadena and now to NRG Stadium. But others were holding out hope for Houston all along.
It was very exciting and stressful at the same time, but I knew we would do it.
Most fans on the way from Detroit on board with Go Blue, but we found a house divided too.
We're easy breezy until we win, and then we promise that he's not going to have an attitude.
Well, they say happy wife, happy life.
Uh-huh.
But if they lose,
Michigan is chasing a title that's been 26 years in the making, and these Wolverines are determined to make this trip count.
The icing on the cake that we all have been waiting for many years.
And Bernie, you said this is a business trip for the team, but it's kind of a business trip too for a lot of the fans. A lot of people said that they kind of let the Rose Bowl pass by them because they were hoping that the team would make it to this point. And here they are too, along with the Wolverines as they get ready for the big stage on Monday night. The team, again, in the air right now. They're expected to land around 4:30 local time here in Houston. But for more on the team departing Ann Arbor, let's toss it over to Megan Woods. She's in Ann Arbor right now. And Megan, I have to imagine that there was a lot of excitement seeing that team off to the airport today.
Hobie, yes, there was. So what's so interesting about this, even though those fans aren't heading to Houston, they are still getting ready here in Ann Arbor, from sending off the players with excitement to getting the latest gear, T-shirts, sweatshirts. These fans are committed, and anticipation is building here in Ann Arbor.
Good luck.
Good luck, Roman. Thank you. Roman Wilson, everybody.
Even before the team rolled out for Houston, fans were there. For some, it's a tradition.
We come to all the bus leavings, as many as we can.
Team. Others just wanted a peek at their favorite player.
Blake Corum and JJ McCarthy.
Corum, Sammy Stroud, JJ.
And to witness their Rose Bowl champs head to the national championship, or
what I call the natty,
just adds to the thrill of this season.
And so every game I felt like was a nail biter until, you start blowing them out.
Between now and Monday, fans are doing all that they can to prepare for the big game. That includes heading to the M-Den on campus.
I'm picking up some Rose Bowl swag for me and for my girlfriend.
The hope is that this past Monday's win in Pasadena is just a taste of the sweet victory that's to come.
I was an undergraduate student the last time we won the national championship in 1997. I'm showing my age. I was a junior here. So it's like deja vu all over again. We celebrated in 1997, and we're going to celebrate now in 2024.
I'm very confident that Michigan's going to get the big W. I'm confident. I feel strong about it. I'm usually right.
I think he means he's usually right about the games and his predictions. But we're here in downtown Ann Arbor, and right now the sidewalks, the streets are a little bare. But these businesses, law enforcement, they're preparing for the crowds that are coming in the next few days. And coming up tonight at 6, we show you what they're doing differently. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
All right, Megan, love that wife. She lets her husband think he's right, which is what we do as women a lot. And confident. That's exactly right. All right. Well, a reminder, Local 4 will get you ready for the big game. Bernie and Hobie are going to be there to bring you all the action live from Houston Monday night at 6:30 p.m. only on Local 4. A 30-minute chase for the championship special, complete with player interviews and some superfan stories you won't want to miss. That's Monday at 6:30 right here on Local 4.
And you know what? Bernie isn't going anywhere because we also have another huge sports story unfolding at the same time.
Lions wrapping up the regular season Sunday night against the Vikings. And check this out. The team posted this picture today with the caption, "Spruce things up a bit." That is the 2023 NFC North Division champion Detroit Lions banner. Bernie, that's nice to see.
It is nice to see, but the one thing that this team and this franchise, they want much more than just a banner. The Lions are in the playoffs. They'll host a playoff game next weekend at Ford Field. Dan Campbell spoke to the media today. He says quarterback Jared Goff has the bounce-back attitude one needs in the NFL.
He can look at it and look at the substance of it and correct, autocorrect, and not lose confidence. He knows, I just got to correct this. I just got to do this better. And he never gets too high, he never gets too low. And I think that's exactly where you want your quarterback to be. He's very resilient.
All right, find out Sunday, 1 o'clock against the Vikings. That's what time kickoff is. And when all the game's over, all the attention will turn to the playoff game next weekend, and we'll know Sunday who Detroit will play and when.
Can't wait for that. Okay,
Yep.
We'll see you a little bit later, Bernie. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, let's turn now to the weather as we take a close look at the downtown skyline from our Windsor Sky Cam.
Didn't get much of the sun like we did yesterday, but we didn't have any rain or snow either to get in the way of things. So let's get over to Kim Adams, tracking some snow, though, for the weekend, Kim.
A little bit of snow for the weekend, but the big storm comes, thankfully, after the Lions and U of M. So we don't have to worry about any bad weather around here for either of those games. Obviously, in Houston, they have a few showers expected. But otherwise, the big house is quiet tonight. It's cold, 31 degrees, 31 in Detroit and 32 in Lapeer. Let's talk about the weather impacts and how weather will impact your travel and your lives over the next 4 days. So low impact tomorrow. There might be a flake or two here and there. Nothing that would affect errands or anything you're doing tomorrow. Now on Sunday, up until about noon, there are some scattered snow showers that could put down at least a light coating up to about a ½ an inch. So they're moderate travel impacts on Sunday. Low for Monday. If you need to get things done, Monday is the best day to do it. And then Tuesday, high impact as we expect snow in the morning and rain in the afternoon. Right now, temperatures are right around freezing, but the roads are dry. If you're out and about tonight, should be fine. Then tomorrow, our high makes it back to 35 degrees. We'll talk about the snow for Sunday, how much we're expecting, and then also that storm you've probably been hearing a buzz about Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll break that down for you as well.
Okay, Kim. Closure in court today in a murder case that's dragged on for years.
The 20-year-old Cabria Arnold was killed back in November of 2019. The college softball player was pregnant at the time. Today, the woman who pulled the trigger faced her family and a judge at sentencing. And Sean Lay is joining us on this story right now. Sean, I understand emotions were running high in that courtroom.
Absolutely. Emotions running high 4 years ago when this shocking shooting happened. A friend shooting her friend, now convicted of that. Let me take you inside that courtroom. You're right, packed with emotion today.
No punishment that you receive will ever compare to the pain and torture that you have inflicted upon us. There is no real justice, only incarceration for a sick individual monster who needs to be isolated in a cell, not able to see or hear or touch or come in contact with anyone.
The father and sister of Cabria Arnold finally getting the chance to have their say to the woman convicted in Cabria's shocking death that took place in November of 2019. Her name is Gabriella Brantley, the defendant, Arnold's friend. Cabria Arnold was just 20 years old at the time. She had so much life to look forward to, but was shot multiple times, her unborn baby also being hit by the gunfire. Police, prosecutors, and the jury finding that Brantley is the person who shot the budding nurse and softball star. The motive, apparently all of this over a man. Brantley also having her say at the sentencing, defiant to the end, saying she is not guilty.
Here I stand, labeled the bad guy, a monster, a cold-blooded killer. When the truth is, that's not who I am at all. The person who actually plotted, planned, and executed Cabria's murder is still out there.
Judge Sharon Walker having the final say in this ordeal, sentencing Brantley to life in prison without parole.
All over a man who didn't love you. Darnell didn't love you or Cabria. As far as the court is concerned, the jury got it right, and you're going to get every day that you deserve.
Strong words there from the judge. Very emotional time for the family in this case. Even the prosecutor a little surprised, like everyone in the case, reading the sentencing report. A new charge was in there from the prosecutor. It's a misdemeanor for assault from Brantley while in the Wayne County Jail. Again, life without parole is her sentence. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
All right, Sean. Thank you.